Oh my God, I cannot believe I am sitting down to talk about 6 months here. It has worked such a wonder on my nervous system. I cannot even explain and express how grateful I am for this opportunity right now. Just sort of a reset. It's not a forever, but it's definitely a reset. Realize that there is a life outside of your struggle and you can get through it. I am a testament to that, okay? Whoa. I don't know the words. Happy 6 months to me, right? Shotgun. Happy 6 months, y'all. Oh my gosh! We have arrived, honey! We made it, child, barely. They be trying to swindle you in that airport. Oh, this is how you. We're riding to PV in style. The first lap. We're good. Everything's in. I hope. We're good. Bathroom. Y'all already know. It's so gorgeous. So what drew me initially to moving to Mexico was the people. Honestly, every time I had visited Mexico, and I say that as a full country, right? The people were wonderful. People were so welcoming, hospitable, definitely like loving. People wanting to share their culture, share food with you, share their ideas with you, just being more open and not so closed-minded like people are in the States. And most of my life, I have lived in large cities, large US cities, New York and Los Angeles. And the thing about living in those cities is it's wonderful. It's great. You have access to so much. But there's a lot of people there. There's a lot of damaged people there. There's a lot of people that are self-centered in those big cities, right? So it's really hard sometimes to connect with people. And I found that when I would visit Mexico, it was so much easier to connect with locals and people in general. Not just Mexicans, but people on vacation or people traveling or whatever. Like there's just a different vibe here. It's magic. And every time I visited, I was just feeling a different way in my spirit, in my body, in my soul. I was feeling different. And something about being close to the ocean and the water really connects me to my mother and just life. Like, I don't know what it is, but it's just like a supernatural feeling. And it kind of takes over my body. And it's just magic. it's hard to explain really what that feeling is until you feel it. And when you feel that, you want more of it. You crave it. So I was like, I could get my ass to Mexico, child. Literally, I shit you not. I came here for the first time in Puerto Vallarta oh my God, it's 3 years ago. 3 years ago. And when I came here, I immediately was like, what is going on here? Because it was like anywhere else I have ever been in the world. And I wouldn't say I'm a world traveler. I'm lying. I've been around. But I wouldn't say that I'm a regular world traveler. Like, I'm not going all over the world like regularly. Like, yeah. Okay, let's hold please, because we are getting the travel bug. We're getting it back. Because I had it back 10 years ago. But we're gonna get it back. Okay? Because gotta renew that passport. And which child, that's a whole nother thing. Anyway, so why I left the States to go to Mexico? Well, for one, I was overwhelmed. Like, I don't know what it is, but something about the United States, that work culture of just the hustle, the grind, the climbing the corporate ladder, it can really affect your mental. And I was worn out, y'all. I have been chasing something that I don't even know what it was for years. In my career as a digital marketing professional, I was trying to climb that corporate ladder, and I did it. I was up to director level, and then I just was like, I don't even know who the hell I am anymore, chasing after God knows what. And so I knew I had to make a change. And I knew that in order to make that change, I had to remove myself from the problem. The problem being that chase, that rat race of, always having to strive to get this better job. And if that's who you only are, then you're not really living your life the way you should be living it, right? Like, we should not, as humans, be forced to, just go to work every day and try to climb the corporate ladder and hope that that is gonna fulfill us. Because at the end of the day, that does not fulfill anyone. Trust me. And I think a lot of people my age are seeing that now and doing what I'm doing. So that was one reason. Second reason is, after my mom died 5 years ago, I was mad depressed, y'all. Like, I'm still not to pre-mom dying levels of non-depression, but I'm better. I was trying to figure out how to get over that, and honestly, I don't think you can really get over that. It's something that I'm still struggling with to this day, and I think I'm better off in a place that has a better just work-life balance, just a better life balanced place, a happier place. In New York City and Los Angeles, to be honest with you, those are tourist manufactured looks and aesthetics. It's rose-colored glasses vibes. It is not all rainbows and butterflies, okay? You are grunting to work, you're hustling to work, you are dodging crazy people left and right. And it's not to say there's not crazy people all over the world, because there is, but it's different when you are stressed the hell out all day long, every day, paying $3,300 a month of rent, paying $20 for this, paying $30 for that, just everything being so expensive and everything being so overwhelming. Then you're fighting depression, and you're fighting your crazy job, and you're fighting your crazy spouse or your ex, and it's just like, oh my God, what am I doing here? I needed to get myself out of this situation. So, and I'm the type of person that if I'm in a situation that I'm not being challenged enough to, I gotta go. Because I felt like I was just kind of stuck. Does that make sense? I was fighting the corporate ladder, got out of corporate, started my own thing, then kind of fell back into a corporate kind of vibe. I work now in an agency, but I still was like, wait, I'm like stagnant. I need to be challenged, not professionally anymore, because I don't really care about climbing that corporate ladder. I want to be challenged in life, where I need to be out in the wilderness again, out in the green, on the beach, living, feeling that soul that life can provide you, right? So I knew I wasn't gonna get that in New York or back in LA. Because for a while I thought I was gonna move back to LA. Thank God I didn't do that. Because LA is literally just New York with palm trees, okay? Well, what were my expectations? Honestly, I didn't have really too many expectations. Because at the end of the day, when you're moving into a different situation, you have to keep your expectations low. Because you don't know what the hell can happen. Because I'll be honest with you, a lot has happened. Things that I never thought would happen to me have happened here. For instance, like I dealt with a flood in my apartment. I have dealt with crazy men. Just a number of things. But honestly, the pros outweigh those cons. And in life, I'm learning that we cannot dwell on the negative. We have to dwell on the positive so we can move forward in a positive way. Like if you're sitting here thinking about, oh God, like all the things that are going wrong in your life when you're changing it, it's never going to change. So I had low expectations, to be honest, and they've been met. I feel great here. I feel like I'm rediscovering myself. I feel like I am sort of reconnecting with myself. Because to be honest with you, I lost myself. And I lost myself in living in those big cities and chasing that corporate dream job. What the hell even is that? What does that even mean? Like at the end of the day, what does that mean? It doesn't mean anything. So if you're finding yourself chasing that, readjust. Think about why you're doing it. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It literally does not matter. Your job should not define you. Your job will not define you. It will not define your legacy. It will not help you get over your stresses in life either. It will probably make them worse, to be honest with you. So if you need to get out of that job and change things up, baby, do it. Because it will help, trust. Any major surprises? So I have to tell you, the dating situation abroad is a hot ass mess. It's like that everywhere though. I think at the end of the day, something is going on with how we as humans are engaging with each other in a dating capacity. I think COVID really affected people's social skills, myself included, because I'm very moody. Like, if I don't want to be around people, I will just stay at home or I will stay to myself. I refuse to force myself into a social engagement if I don't want to be in one. And I think that's very important because there's a lot of people that are forcing themselves to be in those social engagements and they end up lashing out or hating it or just being disappointed. And it's like, one thing I'm not going to be is disappointed in myself. If I don't want to do something, I'm not going to do it. At the end of the day, I come first with all of my decisions now. I do not rely on others to dictate my life. You cannot. You simply cannot. You will never be happy if you allow other people to take control of you. And that's one thing that I've learned being abroad. Because sometimes there's certain times people will try to influence you or try to control you. And it's like, no, babes, I am the ringleader here with me, nobody else. Me and me only. Now, I will collaborate if you're welcoming that, but sometimes people don't even welcome that. They just be wanting to bark orders, and I'm like, oh, sweetie, no, we're not doing that. And the dating, child, it's my fault too, though, because I was supposed to go on a date with someone a week ago, and I was just not feeling myself. I was hungover and tired. So I canceled. So it's like you have to be in the right, and I feel like nobody's in the right frame of mind anymore today. Because we're either going through it or living our lives by ourselves, and it's hard to include someone else in that scenario. So child, I don't know. I'm good though. I don't need another man right now. We are good, honey, okay? Is it less expensive? The rent is probably the most less expensive thing. Like my rent is $900 versus my rent in New York, which was $3,300. Okay, my utilities are like around $100 a month. They were more like $200 a month in New York. So is that less expensive? Sure, but honey, I like to eat. So if I like to eat, I'm going out to eat, and that costs money. So at the end of the day, that kind of, takes up for the savings in the food scenario. So is it less expensive? Sure, but it just depends on what your habits are, right? And I will say like grocery prices specifically some things are less expensive, but I'm finding that the grocery stores itself are very comparable to United States prices. Where you'll get deals are your local markets. Those are the markets that sell like farm raised stuff that is like more local, I would say. And that's probably where you're gonna save. So if you're looking to save, find your local market to shop at. And that ultimately is where you're going to save. Oh, and one thing that I was kind of shook by is the dentist here. So I went and got a cleaning here, and I also had a filling done. And I would say that the filling was about 2,000 pesos, which I think is around $50. Ooh, I'm bad. How much is that? So my filling here was about $100, 2,000 pesos. I think the filling in the United States on average probably costs like at least 250 without insurance, or child, I don't know. Y'all tell me in the comments. I couldn't tell you. I literally haven't had a filling done in so long. So let me know how much an average filling costs in the United States, because I've forgotten. So cultural adjustments. So one thing that I'm really learning, and I've been here 6 months, y'all. Like, I'm just like getting my footing, and I wanted to get my footing first before like then moving to the next level, which is learning Spanish. I've got to learn Spanish because I know like a few things. I've learned a few sayings, a few words, and they've gotten me by. But I think in order to live here longer term, you have to learn Spanish. There's no other way around it, right? Like, you do not want to be walking around here speaking English. Like, that is not the native language here. And I don't think that's fair to the people that are natives. So, whereas like in the United States, we're always yelling at them to speak English, and it's like, babes, calm down. Like, when you go to their country, you need to learn Spanish. Like, dead ass. So that is one thing that I'm working on now. I'm trying to find a good teacher to sort of work with me one-on-one. I do have dyslexia, so there is a little bit of learning disability curve there that I'm working through. So go easy on me. Anyway, I'm working on finding a good teacher that can sort of work with me one-on-one, because I think I work better with a one-on-one situation. So we're working on finding that. I think I'm gonna find one soon and start classes. Something like once a week I think will be good for me in the beginning, and then maybe if I need to ramp it up, ramp it up. But in the next 6 months, I want to start becoming more basic learner level. And then hopefully within a year, I'm more intermediate and can like understand more. I do start to understand a little bit though. Like, I pick up on words here and there, so I can kind of think and figure out what people are talking about. But I can't conversate with people regularly. So I definitely don't want to be one of those people that is in someone else's country not knowing what they're saying and not knowing how to communicate with them. So we are going to work on that, okay? Because we are not that. Okay, y'all, the food, like I kind of already talked about, the food here, I don't think I'm lying. I've had a couple bad meals, But in the United States, I have had thousands of bad meals. But here, I feel like the food is just so much better, cleaner, more real, more organic, fresher. Like, you're not eating all those preservatives and HMOs and all the crap that they pump into the food in America, in the United States. It's like, I feel less bloated after meals, but child, I like to eat. And the food is so good, you want to eat. So I'm not losing any weight, but I've gained muscle because I'm also working out more. I go to the gym pretty regularly. It's $60 for 60 months. The gym is $60 for 6 months. I think that's what I paid. Or maybe it was like $100. Either way, it was definitely more inexpensive. So I have taken advantage of that. Working out more, eating more vegetables, eating cleaner definitely has helped with my overall just body feeling. And I've noticed less bloating and less body fat. Child, my thighs used to be huge. They are definitely smaller because you do walk around a lot in Puerto Vallarta, because it's just a walkable city, right? I don't have a car here, so I rely on these 2 legs. They take me everywhere I gotta go, and they do it well. The one thing though is cobblestone streets and my bunions that I have now at this youthful age of 38 are starting to catch up with me. I am going to definitely need some surgery in the next 5 years to get rid of my bunions because they are not fucking around. They are not trying to make me feel any younger. And what we're not gonna do is that. So we will definitely be having that surgery at some point, along with a hair transplant, because I don't know if y'all can tell, but things are going on up there that I don't like. But I will say back to the food and lifestyle, back to the food lifestyle situation here. I do find that the food is just so much cleaner and better for you. And it allows you to eat more of what you like. So that's what we do. And the one thing that I really love and enjoy doing, and you can see in this B-roll, is going to the local markets, chatting them up, and finding the freshest vegetables and fruits. I love it. Everything is so much fresher and it just smells better. You can smell that it's real and organically good. I recently have started to sort of travel and explore more within Mexico, and that's something that I really want to sort of in this new phase that I'm moving into. So the phase 1 was kind of getting my feet wet, sometimes literally with the flood, but also just sort of like, okay, we're here. You know, just letting it breathe a little bit. Next phase is learning Spanish and also exploring Mexico more. I do have a trip planned to Mexico City where I've already been, but it'll be a different vibe this time. I'm hoping to catch the spring vibe there where they have a lot of the flowers blooming and all of that, and everybody's just out more. And it's just such a vibrant city, which is the complete opposite of Puerto Vallarta, by the way. Like, Mexico City is the biggest, largest city in North America. So we love that, but also we love the opposite of that, which is what we've sort of been in for 6 months. And it'll be nice to sort of get that comparison. But then I also want to go down to the Yucatan, go down to Holfax, something like Holbox. It's called, and I also want to check out a few other cities down in the Yucatan, and also a few more cities on the Baja Mexican coast, which is that little like peninsula thing. I want to check out that. I want to explore that area. I definitely want to explore more little towns up and down the Pacific side where I'm at, and I want to check out the farms, y'all. Like, I really want to go into the farms and see what's going on and see what's up. Where is the food coming from? I want to see it with my own eyes, just to see sort of like what goes in the process of creating our food. Because at the end of the day, I think it's very important to know where your food comes from. So it would be really cool to check that out. So if you have any ideas on where I should go, let me know down in the comments, because I definitely need to I definitely need to spruce up my list. And I know y'all know where to go, so let me know. Okay, y'all, my future plans, like, I know you have been waiting to know if I'm going to stay here, and the answer is yes. I am renewing my lease for a year. I'm still waiting on the contract for that. But Mexicans move at their own pace. And listen, I love it. One thing that I didn't mention is this place has taught me and is teaching me to slow down. I was moving at incredible speed and everything was just flashing before me, right? Living in New York City, you're moving fast. Living in LA, you're even moving fast. And a lot of that time is burnt. You're just literally going from thing to thing to thing to thing to thing to thing. You have to learn how to slow down, because if you don't, you'll never see anything in life. It just goes by so quickly. You're like, well, damn, what did I do? What did I spend? What did I do? Where did I live? What did I do? It's like, it's too fast. So the one thing that I really love about this place is it's slower. But sometimes you're just like, wait, where's that contract at? But whatever, if you're not asking me for anything, we're good. So I'm waiting on that. And once I get that, we'll be good there. The lease will be renewed. I do want to do some traveling though this summer outside of here. I want to go down to South America at some point. I also want to go back to the United States and visit New York and LA, and also check out a couple of other cities on the West Coast. Seattle, I definitely want to get to at some point this summer, and San Francisco. So those are all on my list this summer. Definitely gonna be doing some traveling, but we're here to stay, y'all. Like, it has worked such a wonder on my nervous system. Like, I cannot even explain and express how grateful I am for this opportunity right now. Just sort of a reset. It's not a forever, but it's definitely a reset. And I am loving it for that. Not the saving of the money, because child, I'm not really saving money. I'll be honest. Ain't much saving happening. But I'm saving myself. And that, for me, is more important than saving a few dollars. So I thank you guys so much for watching and following along this crazy journey of mine. I never thought in my life, well, I'm lying. I knew I was destined for outside life, because I've always pushed myself to the next level. That's just me. So I knew I was not always gonna be hanging out in the United States, child. I just knew it wasn't for me, honey. I knew there was life outside of that. So, but I thank you for watching me, and thank you for being a loyal watcher all the way to the end of this video, y'all. That is a testament to the love that you have for me, and that love goes right back to you. So, thank you for that. Comment below what your favorite part of my journey has been. Sort of, I know y'all are watching me sort of like progress through this journey. So, what have you noticed that has made you feel some type of way? And also, what are you most excited about along my journey? Like, what should I do next? Where should I go? What should I eat next? I had some pozole the other day that was knockout. Anyway, I'm rambling. I want to close this video out by saying thank you again so much, and share this video with someone that is struggling in their lives to sort of reset or just reconfigure a bit. Because I know I'm not the only one that was going through or is going through something like that, and just sort of needing a mindset reset. So share that with them. Like this video so it gets out to more people. I want this video to help people sort of realize that there is a life outside of your struggle and you can get through it. I am a testament to that. Okay? And I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.